let's talk about getting this left shoulder in the right place, but then also this right shoulder down correctly in the downswing to really help you strike the golf ball. Okay, we're all looking for strike, but we're all looking for something simple. I've got you covered today, no matter your age or ability. Let's get you striking the golf ball in situations like this with long irons. Hard situations. This is where a lot of the time we get found out. Let's get straight into today's video. So I placed 2 alignment sticks equidistant either side of me on roughly a 45-degree angle to the ground. It doesn't have to be totally correct on that, but roughly around that. So if you're at the driving range, you could actually simply just place these in a basket either side of you, and we will come to why these are there in the second part of the video. First part of the video, how do we have a simple drill that we know if we've turned correctly and we know if we've stayed in posture in the backswing? How hard is it when we're practicing on our own to know if we're doing it correctly? It's hard, isn't it? Unless there's a mirror, unless someone's taking videos for you, which we know is not practical. Well, this is the drill. So what I want you to do is we're going to grab the golf club with our glove hand at the top and our right hand down at the bottom. So if you're left-handed, this will just simply be the opposite way around. So grab it as close as you can to the head. Now what we're going to do is we're going to make sure we've got a slight bend in that trail arm and our left arm or our lead arm is nice and extended down. What I want you to do is I want you to feel as though you're passing and feel that you're pulling this all the way to the top. And I want you to imagine this alignment stick here is actually a heavy weight and you're trying to pull it across you and in front of you here. Okay, so to make this look a little bit easier for you to picture, if I grabbed another alignment stick here and that was connected, pull it across and in front of you. Okay, so look at me now. I now can clearly see if I have leveled off or if I've stayed in posture. So have I got the right tilts and turns? Now, without having to go into this technically, I have achieved that. Now what I'm going to point out here is, and I've said this before on the channel, if you struggle with that sort of thoracic area of your spine and you've got a little bit of back issues, do not be afraid just to lift that heel a little bit to allow you to get into that top of the backswing position. So watch me again, right at the end, pull it in front of you, drag it in front. Okay, now all we do is bring the hands together, look at my top of the backswing position. Now a lot of us would be very happy with this position. Now if you need to lift that heel to allow it, no problem at all, as long as we don't level out the shoulders. So that's the first part of the video. Look where my left shoulder was, and I'm going to do that in slow motion now. So if I grab it all in, I'm going to do it with a little bit more speed, and you're going to see a slow motion version from face on and down the line. Hands together. Okay, so if you wanted a simple trigger, we're trying to feel as though our shoulders match from this perspective and are just to the right side of the ball from the face on perspective to really give us that feeling of being over the golf ball, not all pressure thrown away. So that's the first part of today's video, and we can lose this third alignment stick, I should say, and we're going to get into the next part of this video. But what I would highly recommend, if you're at the driving range now, if you've got 50 balls left in your session, you're really struggling, I want you to separate 25 balls, concentrating on that first part right there, trying to feel like you've got that tilt and turn and that real feeling of staying over the golf ball, not tilting off. And then into the second part, I want you to hit 25 balls, thinking about part 1 and 2 together. But we're going to finish part 1 by just hitting this one away. I really do feel like I've not got a lot of club here, not got enough club I should say, but we'll look for the strike anyway. Let's see if we can strike it. Feeling over it, through. All I'm focusing on is matching that on the way back in my mind's eye. It will really feel as though you can get that strike even with those long irons, which we know is exactly something we're after. So let's go down the line again and let's jump into part 2 of this video. How many of us are plagued with this move? You know what I'm going to do, everybody, hit that thumbs up button. This. Look at my shoulders, right? I'm standing up. How can we get that feeling of matching it swinging up it, putting the hands together. That would be a nice simple way of actually delivering a lot more power. Now, on this note, if you're looking for some extra guidance on this video, do not forget to join my Facebook group, Simple Golf Tips, where there is a PDF for every single one of the videos that are up on my channel. So you can take that guide, you can save this video as well, put them both together, take it to the range and have a fantastic range session where you actually work on something. You don't come away from it thinking, I'm not doing anything there, which we know a lot of us have sort of been in that situation before. Okay, so what trigger could we have? Well, we know we want to try and match it on the way back, so why don't we try and feel as though, in our mind's eye, we try and match it on the way through. So just make some hip height practice swings, back, through, back, through, back, through. Now, if you do this, there's actually a lot more that has to happen in your golf swing. You're using an external trigger to actually get a lot of focus on the body and mechanics working better, and I love that because less is more. Watch this again. Matching it, not leveled and up. So if I really wanted to go into this and there's a little bit more detail here, place that golf club across your chest, move it to match it on the way back, start that downswing. We come into impact, the hips are open, the shoulders are slightly open, we're in this position, we match it, and then we work up, and they work level in the end. So they match it, match it, match it, match it, match it, level. So it really feels as though the shoulders are brushing through. So guess what we need to really feel like we do this really nicely? Grab your alignment stick again, and what I want you to feel is, as we do this, we're going to sort of do it slightly the opposite way around. Bring them both together, up, down, drag the alignment stick through, match it, up. So really getting a feeling of, well, I couldn't create much drag with the shoulders working this way. Again, now imagine you're pulling a heavy weight from this side. Look how I would do that. So pull that heavy weight and through, to really give you that purchase. And I love little triggers like that because you really feel you can make some good swings. So taking this to the golf course, in your mind's eye, out on that fairway, picture these two alignment sticks. You could actually sneakily even place your bag just a little bit behind you and to the right. It can't be directly behind you, and I would never really do that. Or even just behind you, sort of over here, as a trigger to try and match. Because look at this level, look at the stand on your bag. It's pretty roughly sitting at a similar angle to these alignment sticks. So why don't we do it? Let's do it. So it's not directly behind me, it's just sort of there. That's a similar angle. Practice swing. Match it. Match it. Nice simple trigger, over the golf ball, we're ready to hit. So use those two simple triggers and you'll really start striking the golf ball, because look at this. More over it on the way back, more over it on the way down, up and out and through. That's keeping us compressing the golf ball, transferring our weight through to target, which will give us that strike. Use those simple triggers and that little bit of a hack. Hope you could tell that I was sort of going through the video thinking, oh my god, I could use the bag, it actually works. And honestly, I did just think of that actually on the spot right there. That is a great trigger, even if it's on a trolley. Fantastic trigger to help you improve your golf. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I really do hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget, daily tips at 3:30 to help you improve.